Today we're talking about another GCExperts client win. And this one goes to Mario, the owner of Vision Contracting Inc. Mario just secured an $87,539 award for the Buffalo Gap Campground septic system project inside the Dakota Prairie Grasslands. And let me tell you, this is exactly the type of win that shows what happens when someone stays disciplined, follows the process, and continues to strengthen their presence in the federal space. Let's break this one down. Mario has been part of the GCExperts community. And one thing that stands out about him is how steady and focused he is. He's not chasing flashy projects. He's not drifting into scopes that don't fit him. He's staying in the work he knows how to deliver. Earthwork, excavation, site improvement, and facility level systems like septic and utility installation. And that discipline is exactly what the federal government rewards. This particular award, the Buffalo Gap Campground septic system installation, sounds simple on the surface. You hear septic system, and a lot of people immediately underestimate it. But when you look at the location, the terrain, and the federal requirements, you realize very quickly that this is a technically sensitive, environmentally controlled, logistically demanding job. Let's talk about the setting. The Dakota Prairie Grasslands are not your typical work environment. These are wide open natural lands, environmentally fragile, wildlife active, and highly regulated by the U.S. Forest Service. When you perform excavation or system installation out here, you're not just digging a hole. You're operating under environmental restrictions, soil protection requirements, groundwater protection standards, and access limitations. This is why the government must choose a team they trust. And Mario's company has shown over time that they understand how to work safely, responsibly, and professionally in these types of natural environments. Now let's get specific about the job. A septic system installation at a federal campground requires excavation in natural, sometimes uneven terrain, soil evaluation to ensure proper drainage and leach field performance, setting the tank and components correctly, installing lines, fittings, and system connections, ensuring compliance with environmental rules, protecting surrounding vegetation and wildlife, coordinating schedule windows with Forest Service personnel, completing the job without causing impact to future public use. This is not a drop it in and leave job. This is technical work, work that directly affects public health, facility operations, and environmental compliance. If the septic system fails, the campground shuts down. If drainage is wrong, the site risks contamination. If groundwater is impacted, the agency faces real consequences. Mario's team is stepping in to make sure none of that happens. Let's look at why Mario won this award. The federal government awards these projects based on confidence. Confidence in your ability to deliver the work, confidence in your ability to follow agency instructions, confidence in your ability to protect the land, and confidence in your professionalism. Mario has built that confidence through steady performance, through learning the GCExperts process, through communicating clearly, and through building real past performance in scopes that match federal needs. He's positioned himself exactly where he needs to be. And that's what GCExperts is all about. Getting people on the field in the right lane, pursuing the right jobs with the right strategy. This win is another example of why consistency beats everything else in federal work. You don't have to be the biggest company. You don't have to have decades of federal history. You don't need a giant workforce. You need alignment. You need focus. You need discipline. Mario has those things, and now he's adding another federal win to his record. Let's step back and look at the bigger picture. Federal agencies are investing huge amounts of money into repairing, upgrading, and modernizing the infrastructure inside parks, campgrounds, ranger stations, nature centers, recreation areas, and public use facilities, septic systems, water systems, electrical upgrades, drainage projects, trail rehabilitation, access improvements. It's not glamorous work, but it is consistent, necessary, and well-funded. This is one of the most overlooked opportunity categories in the entire federal market. And Mario is positioning himself right in the center of that demand. This award isn't luck, it isn't coincidence. It's the result of understanding how to align capabilities with opportunity, the foundation of everything we teach. Mario is doing it. He's building momentum. He's creating past performance. He's earning the government's trust. And because of that, he's going to keep winning. If you want to talk about this project, or any opportunity in the federal space, you can schedule a Zoom with me at gcexperts.com/Zoom. See you in the next one.